Alright, so these are patch notes for the new Final Fantasy patch 6.3 coming out tomorrow at the time of recording this video. Sorry if I sound a little rough. I just finished streaming, and I wanted to record this video ASAP. This is the changes to Gladiator and Paladin. I cannot, like, in good faith, give, like, a response or reaction to how any of this is going to work at the moment, simply because it is just a giant pile of changes. However, I know that from just like glancing through them, it looks like they're kind of reorienting Paladin from this weird, quote unquote weird, like consistent damage over time style tank to a bursty tank like the other tanks. And while that might be more fun for me personally, as I never liked the consistent damage over time nature of Paladin before, I know a lot of people did like that, and it's also making the game more homogenous all throughout, and that's the thing that a lot of people have been complaining about. I'll have to play it to see how it really feels, but overall, can't really talk about it too much. But let's talk about the rest of the actual changes here. Let's talk about Marauder/Warrior here, which is Shake It Off now has extra time, 15 extra seconds, so now you don't have to worry about your timing as much, and then it has a 100 potency cure on it, which doesn't... Is that active the whole time? Because if that's active the whole time, that is like 1,000 extra healing from the warrior during the Shake It Off, which just makes Shake It Off insanely good. They are really pushing warrior more and more into that this tank will heal everybody role. This just seems to be quality of life. The Gunbreaker and Dark Knight changes here, just recast timer being changed from 3 to 2 seconds. It looks like it's a universal change. I think it's somewhere... Yeah, here it is for Paladin as well. Looks like that's just a universal change for them, and I'm okay with that. Monk! Here's a weird one. Riddle of Earth is now a 120-second cooldown, but it now just flat reduces damage by 20%, and there's no more action charges, and it now just heals you over time with a cure potency of 100. I don't know the duration. Oh, sorry, let me be more specific. The additional effect grants Earth's reply upon taking damage has been added, gradually restoring HP with a cure potency of 100. Basically turning it into like Reaper's Arcane Crest, but only for yourself, and on a 2-minute cooldown, and having 20% damage reduction. Monks are tanky. This is going to be very useful like prog skill. Prog change. That's going to be nice. Dragoon. This is awesome. Recast timer has been reduced from 40 to 45 seconds, or from 45 to 40 seconds. Whew, that's great for Dragoon. That means that your first 2-minute window, you will be able to make your final not lance charge, sorry. It's like Heaven's Thrust now. Heaven's Thrust, I believe, is the skill name. I'm sorry, I've been out of 14 a little bit, so I forgot my skill names off the top of my head. I'm just excited for these patch notes. Recast timer being reduced there means that you're going to be able to life surge that Heaven's Thrust inside of your first 2-minute window, because it used to be that there was like a second left on your life surge before that one went off, and now it'll have come back like 3 seconds beforehand. That'll be really, really nice for Dragoon. It'll probably make it more consistent to be landing at least one life surge under personal or party buffs every time it comes up. Bard, they made Nature's Men an AoE party buff. Effect has been changed from increases HP recovery to a party member to increases HP recovery via healing actions for self and nearby party members. Nerfed it by 5%, but now it applies to the whole party. That seems like a really, really nice quality of life change for Nature's Men for Bard, and now just like has more going for it. Machinist. Ooh. Ooh. Cost round, who cares? Hypercharge. Now grants 5 stacks of overheated. Effect duration has been increased from 8 to 10 seconds. All I can assume that this means is that hypercharge is no longer pray that your ping doesn't screw you, and instead means that you now have 5 stacks of a buff for hypercharge, making it so that you will never miss. You'll never miss a thing. You'll never miss a shot of your ability because of bad ping. And oh my goodness, that's incredible for Machinist. That is such a huge quality of life change. You don't even know. Oh my goodness, that's gonna make me actually want to play Machinist more, because now I don't have to worry about losing a usage due to ping. That'll be amazing. Oh my goodness. That's a change people have been asking for like forever. That'd be so... If this means exactly what I think it means, which I can only assume it does, that's just beautiful. All right, we'll move on. Dancer, you can Curing Waltz and Shield Samba while dancing. That's just like kind of nice. That means like if you're in Tech Step, if you're in Standard Step, you can now use your heal or AoE party mitt, which is pretty nice. White Mage's size having the recast timer reduced is kind of nice because it does mean that this is going to fit under 2-minute windows better. Because if those of you who don't know, if it's a 40-second cooldown, that means you'll use it at 40 seconds, 80 seconds, and 120 seconds, and 120 seconds is a 2-minute window. It realigns it with party buffs, which, like, once again, we're going back to the homogeneity thing, but like the same thing applied to Dragoon, and I was excited for that, so I feel like I should probably be excited for this. It does mean a size is now more of a damage button that just happens to have a heal. And good white mages will learn how to kind of drift at the tiniest bits while fitting it inside damage windows. We'll see how I feel about that as time goes on. It seems good, though. Sage also has the same thing, from 45 to 40 on like all of their stuffs. Stacks of Addersting are now also granted when the barrier granted by your creation prognosis to self is completely depleted. Okay, hold please. I have to look this up on my phone. I can't remember. Prognosis? Is that what it's saying? That's the AoE one, isn't it? Interesting. So you get an Adder Sting now from Eucrasian Prognosising, which is your AoE shield heal. That means you no longer have to single target heal to get a stack for movement. You can use an AoE heal to get a stack for movement. I feel like that's a really solid change. I feel like that's a really, really solid change for Sage. I think this will be nice for Sage. Like, this is nice for White Mage. New actions and traits have been added. This is something I also wanted to look at. Oh, so you just have a button to now cancel the effect. Okay. And these are new actions and traits just in general. Release Iron Will, cancels Iron Will. Bulwark, level 52, just blocks attacks for 10 seconds. Block is damage reduction of, I believe, 50%, so that's really nice. And then there'll be Enhanced Requiescat, which will... Something with Confidier, who knows. Machinist is down here at the bottom. Interesting. So Machinist will now have an ability at level 62 called Dismantle, which will lower target's damage dealt by 10% for 10 seconds. So Machinist is getting more party utility via damage reduction. That sounds awesome, and I'm all for it. I'm all for all these changes. All these changes seem pretty good. Some of them kind of push the game into a bit of a more homogeneous state of like all jobs feel similar, but overall these changes seem good. I like them. Let me know what you think in the comments. This video is probably going to be going out the day of the new patch because I can't get videos uploaded and rendered in time to release them like nights before like this. So if you are playing the patch, let me know what you think of it. You spoil me, you'll be in big trouble though, because we don't tolerate spoilers around here. Either way, thanks for watching and hanging out. Hope you liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I hope to catch you in the next one.